Hello and welcome to another video for Midas Touch Toys, Games, Collectibles. And today we are looking at something that's quite old but absolutely wonderful. We are looking at the 2002 release by Corgi from their cult 70s TV series of diecast model vehicles. And this particular one that we are looking at today is from the Return of the Saint, which starred Ian Ogilvy as Simon Templar. And it ran for, I think it was just one season actually. There was about 24 episodes, which were about an hour long, 50 minutes, something like that. And basically it was an updated version of the 60s series, which starred Roger Moore as the Saint. And this carried on with Ian Ogilvy as the main character, Simon Templar. Okay, so this is the box it comes in. And at the top it says Return of the Saint. It says from the cult 70s TV series, contains detail scale model Jaguar XJS for the adult collectors. And at the bottom it's got an image of, you can see an image of Ian Ogilvy with sunglasses on at the top, and down at the bottom there's also an image of him as Simon Templar. And you've got the Corgi logo, and it says CC00301, contains detail scale model Jaguar XJS for the adult collectors. Okay, so that's the front of the box. Let's spin the box around and see what we got printed on the back. Okay, so I've turned the box around, and this is what it says on the back. It says Return of the Saint. It says based on the immortal, indestructible character created by Leslie Charteris. Return of the Saint brought back the drama, humour and action which had so ignited TV audiences over 20 years. First shown in 1978 and running for 2 years, Ian Ogilvy was faced with the task of stepping into the shoes of Roger Moore and bringing his own take on the famous character of Simon Templar. Using exotic locations and a host of beautiful leading ladies, the show quickly became popular and still retains a strong cult following today. And there you can see some images from the actual show itself. There's Templar squatting down beside his car, and again the same image on the right hand side as what was on the front of the box, and there's one of his leading ladies on the left hand side. They say it was very popular, but it only ran for one season, and the green light for the second season, although it was 24 episodes, and it did run from September 78 to March 79. But yeah, the second season was not given the green light, so maybe it was due to ratings. I don't know, but it was only a short-lived television series. It did seem to be longer back in the 70s because I think they rerun it a few times, but it was yeah, it was only 24 episodes. Okay, so that's the back of the box. Let's turn the box to the side, and again it's got Return of the Saint. CC00301 contains detail scale model Jaguar XJS for the adult collector, and you've got the Corgi logo on there. And I think it's exactly the same the other, yeah, exactly the same the other side. Return of the Saint, the image of Simon Templar, and CC00301 contains detail scale model Jaguar XJS for the Corgi collectors, and you've got the Corgi logo at the bottom. And if we turn it over to the very bottom of the box, it gives you all the warning and copyright information. 2002 Corgi Classics Limited, and the barcode, and it's made in China. Okay, so that is the model. Now we can see obviously the vehicle, and there's a cardboard image of Simon Templar in there. But I think what we're going to do, we're going to open the box, take it out, and have a look at it outside the box. Okay, so I have removed the model from the box, and this is what we've got. Now I can't undo it. It's all taped up, strapped up and taped up, so I would not be able to remove that and put it back on again. So we're just going to have to look at it through the on the box, which is not, it's okay because we can still see it good enough. That image of Simon Templar there is just a cardboard image, and it's just there for display purposes. You can see at the back it's just literally a cardboard image with a piece of cardboard just holding it upright so it doesn't bend or fall over. So there was a later version of this produced. Actually, they did produce one that came with a metal figure, which was released some, I don't know, it might have been 7 or 8 years later, but it's the same vehicle but with a die-cast figure of Simon Templar. Okay, so this is the Jaguar XJS, and you can see it's got the Saint logo on the front. The registration number, I don't know if you can just see that, it says ST1 on the front, and the same ST1 on the back, if you can just see that. There doesn't appear to be any opening bonnet or boot. However, the front doors do open, and inside you can see it's a quite not overly detailed, but it is a slightly detailed interior. Do the seats move backwards and forwards? No, the seats don't move. So no, it's not that detailed inside. I think the detailing has all been on the outside rather than on the inside, but you can see it's got the steering wheel in there, and you can see the dashboard. Not that you can see much on the dashboard, and then over the other side, the glove compartment. But it has got some nice opening doors, and the doors are very, very smooth, and the same on the other side, where that door will open, and I think you can just see through there the inside again. So that's the model. There's not a great deal of functionality other than the opening front doors, and obviously it's got 3 rolling wheels, but obviously I can't take that off because it is all strapped, and this strapping goes around the wheels, so once that comes off, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to. I wouldn't be able to. Do you know what? I'm going to have a go. I'm going to see if I can take it off, so bear with me. Ha ha ha! So I did manage to take it off. It wasn't as difficult as it looked like in the beginning. So there we do have the Saints Jaguar XJS, and I did want to see what was printed on the back actually, but there's not a terrific amount of information on the back, but it does say Corgi, Jaguar XJ6, and then you've got all the moulding of the base, which shows the exhaust pipes and so on. So yeah, I did want to have a look at that, so I'm glad I did take it off in the end. So anyway, so it's all metal. The whole vehicle is metal die cast. So the whole body is white metal die cast, and the base is white metal. And some of these models actually had a plastic base, but this one is full metal. So it's metal all over the body, apart from the bumpers. Obviously the bumper is plastic, the lights are plastic, the windscreens are all perspex, the screens, and the back bumpers are all plastic, and obviously the lights are plastic, and of course the wheels. But other than that, it is all die-cast metal. I've just noticed the mirror at the top there as well, which looks pretty cool through the windscreen. So let's open the doors up and let's see if we can have a better look inside now that I've got the car off of the. And let's add an extra little bit of light. Maybe we can just zoom in a little bit to the inside of the car there. So yeah, it's still not very good at you can't really see that much, and it is black, so it doesn't give you a very good view of inside, but it's quite basic. There's no real detailing on the inside, which is a shame. It would have been great if there was far more detailing on there, but never mind. But other than that, it's still a fabulous looking model and really does look very nice. And obviously it is the 3 rolling wheels, as you can see. Let's just zoom out a little bit, and there you can see it drives along really nicely, and is a beautiful looking model. And the front of that car just looks fabulous, and with the Saint logo on the front, it looks great. And there we go, there's the ST1, you can see it very clearly now. The front headlights and the indicators, and at the back again, ST1 on the back number plate. It's got XJS printed on the back there, and obviously the rear lights. So yeah, a really nice model. Size wise, we are looking at 13 centimeters. This is a 1/36 scale model, so we're looking at it's nearly 13 and a half centimeters, I would say, in length. If we measure across the bottom of the car, we're looking at 5 centimeters in width. And height wise, if we go from the bottom of the wheel to the top of the car, we're looking at 3.5 centimeters. So there we are. That is the size of the vehicle. It is a really, really lovely model. I'm glad I took that off now, because I think we really do need to see that out off the box. So I might struggle to put it back, but hey ho, it is off, and it is beautiful. Really, really nice car. I'm really impressed with this model, even though the interior is not great. But it's still a nice beige interior, but it's not as detailed as some of the other Corgi models that they've done, or the Dinky or Matchbox ones come with that. But it is a very, very nice model. And like I say, this was reissued later on. I think it was 7 or 8 years later, maybe 6 or 7 years later, when they produced it, and they produced it with a white metal figure, and it came in a wider box, but it was the same model, really. Okay, so how well did these do? Well, yeah, they did fairly well. So these models were for the adult collectors, not for children, so they didn't sell as well as they did as you would expect if you was buying them for the kids. Obviously the kids love the smaller cars as well, so in these ones are slightly bigger, I say as a 1/36 scale, as opposed to the 1/43 or the 1/64 that was for the kids. And this one is obviously a display model. A lot more care and attention have gone into the detailing on the exterior of this particular model than the smaller versions that the kids would play with. So not as well as playable vehicles, but they still sold them nevertheless very well. As with all the Corgi, come a Dinky and Matchbox come with that, their cars just were die-cast models were just very, very good sellers. As kids, certainly back, I don't know how well they do these days, but certainly back in the 60s and 70s and 80s, wow, I mean, it was so many die-cast models were produced by so many companies, and they were just phenomenally sold everywhere you went. Every shop you went into back in the 60s, 70s and 80s, there was die-cast models everywhere. And you just used to run through the whole series, and just each week, I can remember when we were kids, each week we used to go to the shop and buy, with our pocket money, a new car. Well, I say each week, it was a few weeks because of the price of them. So we used to save up our pocket money, and off we go and buy a new model. They were obviously, most of them were Matchbox ones back then. But yeah, that's what we all did as kids. And then we'd be playing with them with our friends with our new die-casts. So yeah, overall, all the die-casts sold very well, and these were no exception, but just not as the quantities as they did for the kids, as these were for the adult collectors. Now, obviously, we're talking 22 years on since this particular model was released. They are now becoming very difficult to find, especially in this mint unopened condition. Well, I say, yeah, unopened until I took it out. But obviously I'm going to put it back exactly the same way as it was taken out, so you would never know it had been removed. But finding these in this condition now is becoming extremely difficult, and they don't really pop up very often now on the platforms. They are few and far between in this size. You do see a lot of smaller cars pop up on the platforms quite regularly, in actual fact. But these larger ones, you really don't see that often anymore. However, we at Midas Touch have managed to find a few, and they're currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to quite simply by clicking the link below. It'll take you straight to the website, where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Corgi items, and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I'm absolutely positive that you won't want to miss this, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new products which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you are looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or maybe just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long-lost childhood memories. Well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed reviewing this model with me. Thank you for watching, and we will see you again next time.